Have you ever heard the story of Jesus walking on water? It's one of the most impressive passages in the Bible, but many don't understand everything that really happened that day. This miracle wasn't just a demonstration of power, it carries profound teachings about faith, courage, and trust in God. In this video, we'll explore every detail of this incredible moment, the historical context, the disciples facing fear and the storm, and the lessons we can apply to our lives. Get ready to discover the truth behind this miracle and how it continues to impact our lives today. After a day of preaching and miracles, Jesus asked the disciples to cross the Sea of Galilee while he withdrew to pray alone on the mountain. The sea, known for its unpredictable currents and strong winds, quickly became rough. As night fell, a violent storm surprised the disciples, shaking the small boat and causing fear and despair. We can imagine the scene: high waves, the boat rocking violently, and the disciples struggling to keep the vessel stable. The darkness of the night heightened the feeling of insecurity, and each thunderclap and gusts of wind seemed greater than the last. At this moment, fear dominated the hearts of those in the boat. They had accompanied Jesus through many miracles, but now they found themselves alone, facing seemingly uncontrollable forces of nature. This setting is fundamental to understanding the impact of what would happen next. The storm symbolizes the challenges and moments of doubt that we all face in our lives. Even those who walk close to faith, like the disciples, can feel shaken in the face of difficult circumstances. At the height of the storm, the disciples saw a figure walking on the water. Initially, they mistook it for a ghost and were terrified. Jesus' presence on the sea defied all the natural laws they knew. He approached the boat, walking calmly on the turbulent waves, conveying peace and authority. Then Jesus spoke, "Take courage, it is I, do not be afraid." His words were a balm to the frightened souls of the disciples. Peter, impulsive and courageous, said, "Lord, if it is you, tell me to come to you on the water." Jesus replied, "Come." Peter then got out of the boat and began to walk on the water, but when he saw the wind and the waves, he was afraid, began to sink, and cried out for help. Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand and caught him, saying, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" This episode teaches us several lessons about trust, faith, and focus. The miracle is not just about walking on water, it's about keeping our eyes fixed on Jesus, even when fear and difficulties surround us. When Peter looked at the wind, doubt arose and almost caused him to sink. When we trust and remain centered in faith, we receive support and protection, even in the most impossible situations. We can reflect. How many times in life do we feel like Peter, walking through our own storms, looking at problems and almost losing confidence? The story reminds us that we are never alone. Jesus is always present to sustain us. The miracle of Jesus walking on water also teaches us about courage and initiative. Peter needed to take the first step, but it was faith that kept his feet on the water for some time. Without the courage to act, even seeing the miracle, nothing would have happened. The story shows us that faith and action go hand in hand. Faith without action is incomplete, and action without faith is insecure. Another important point is the presence of the community. The disciples in the boat witnessed the event, were amazed, and praised God when Jesus entered the boat and the storm ceased. This reminds us that our faith and spiritual experiences impact those around us, strengthening the community of faith. Furthermore, the episode highlights Jesus' power over nature and the divine authority he possesses. The sea, which seemed untamable, becomes a scene of peace when he is present. Each of us can find tranquility even amidst life's storms, trusting in God's guidance and protection. This passage also invites introspection. Ask yourself, am I keeping my eyes on faith or gazing at the waves of my life? Am I allowing fear to pull me away from my purpose, or am I moving forward, trusting God even in difficult times?
These lessons remain as relevant today as they were 2,000 years ago. Conclusion: the day Jesus walked on water is more than a spectacular miracle. It is an eternal lesson about faith, courage, and trust. Peter teaches us that doubt can cause us to falter, but Jesus' hand